Hey, what's up? Cedric Procedure here, CR Wrestling Commentary. We'll be answering viewers. And this thing just messed me up. What happened? Okay, I had it up here. Okay, here we go. Okay, good grief. I hate when this thing happens. Okay. So, guy we was talking to earlier, he made a response and he made some apologies. And instead of throwing all the business out there like that, I guess it's best if I go into like how we cope with things. So, he thanks for the reply and you're welcome. And he's sorry if he came off like a jerk. And honestly, no, because you've explained it, I think 2 really good times. You're passionate and compassionate and you're highly emotional. None of those are bad things. None of those. It's only if you choose to use them in a negative, harmful way. And you haven't. Not once. You didn't come across insulting us. You didn't attack us or anything. You're just very passionate about the product. And you showed anger at us and how we were talking about it. But you didn't attack us. You're good. You are, that's you're doing it honestly the best way possible. And if we couldn't understand that, then we certainly wouldn't be worth your ears. So I don't you don't really have to apologize. You get upset with something, that's fine. It's just how you deal with being upset with it. He says he wasn't trying to be rude. And yeah, it's something that you grow up with that gets criticized. I grew up, I loved He-Man, Transformers, a little bit of G.I. Joe. I dabbled in the Shirt Tails. Shirt Tails, I liked them. It was something, Care Bears, I think. Saturday morning cartoons, y'all.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And grew up with pro wrestling. The thing is, people started criticizing pro wrestling, and I never got mad at them for doing it. Here's the thing. You want to reduce the chances of being angry. You're all right. Ain't nothing to worry about. It's just perspective. You say you need thicker skin. No, you don't. You just need a perspective, a different perspective. Not to change your mind on anything. It's just how you see it. It's how you see it. So, for example, somebody would tell me back in the day, wrestling's fake. I didn't get mad. I got curious. Well, how is it? How is it fake? What do you think somebody's going to let somebody just jump off on them and stuff like that? When you get beat down enough, you ain't going to stop anybody from doing anything. You've been outside, you've played, you've ripped, you ran, you're exhausted, you ain't doing anything. If you actually tried mock or actual combat sport, you can gas yourself out to the point where someone can look, man, I'm finna climb up that pole about 5 feet and I'm going to jump off and put both heels in your guts. And that dude laying there is gassed out. He knows what you're going to do, and he's like a turtle stuck on his back. Mm-hmm. That's how I saw it then without, I've seen people just lay down and puke from overexertion. And later in life, I would see MMA, UFC anyway, when it was MMA, and, see how people get gassed out and just can't do anything. So I'm like, I don't see how wrestling's fake. I'm like, I try to, what they say, and when I'm like, how is that? Because I've seen this.
For me, it's always been, what difference does it make?
Yeah.
It's fake, so.
Like, it's like, I like what I like, you like what you like.
TV shows are fake. Anybody walking in while somebody's watching Full House, that's fake, right?
Cosby Show, that's fake, right?
Well, movies.
That's fake, right?
So I don't understand. What difference does it make?
Your favorite football team, NFL, it don't matter. Football, it won't matter. Because you got to be like, if they all train like beasts and they all got great coaches, they're all making millions of dollars, why isn't the competition better? Why aren't the scores always close? Why do some teams get blown out? You just gotta wonder these things. And it's stuff like that I always think about. Like for example, I enjoyed the NBA until Michael Jordan exposed the business, and I didn't like it anymore. Didn't like him, didn't like the NBA. I was done. I was just done. I was like, he done made the whole thing look fake. So that's what happened. And that might tick off everybody hearing this. But the thing you need to ask is, how? Instead of, oh, I'm mad at you, so I'm not going to listen anymore. Well, that's a baby's way out. What happened? Why would you say that? What's your evidence? What's your proof? So it's not that anyone's criticizing the thing that you grew up with. It might be how they're criticizing, and you want to instantly defend what you love. But you also got to ask, is what they say and have merit? And that don't mean you got to dislike what you love. It don't mean you got to love it any less. You just got a different perspective of it. For example, these wrestlers, they're not winning belts. You want them, you're like, that's a champion. That's championship material. I want them to win. But you want it so bad, you're not contemplating the thought of, these people it's a job. They go to work. They're mid-card. They're opening card. They'll never see upper card. And while that's a crime to us as a fan, to them, they got a job. They go to work. They support themselves and or their family, or take care of friends, or some sick people, or blow it all on some kind of stupid stuff. And then they're like, what happened in my life? But one way or the other, it's just a job. And I love that John Cena actually called that out. And he's done it twice. And I love when that camera get close to him. He's like, oh, look where I'm at. I'm back here, for the last time, under this. Yeah, y'all, time to go to work. And he runs to the ring. I love that. That actually makes me feel positive for John Cena.
They probably don't take it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is. And I had to realize it too. It's especially when we were dealing with we were trying to watch AEW for so long. It's like, as much as that product sucks, and these wrestlers go in and put on these performances when they can do better, it's like they are trying to support themselves. So Tony Khan go out there and say eat pinto beans. They probably gonna go out there and eat pinto beans.
Yep. Pinto beans, leg trip while sitting there eating pinto beans. But the thing is, that's her perspective. My perspective, Tony Khan doesn't tell him to do anything other than who's going to win, who's going to lose, if that. The wrestlers be like, I'm going to do this. And he's like, all right, I'll sanction the match. That's about what it seems like to me. Like the wrestlers like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And Khan is like, all right, cool. Or not cool, or, well, you're going to do what you want to do anyway because y'all know what y'all doing. But how about you do this instead? Try doing this. And they're like, oh, man, that's even better. So it's all about, it's perspective. Them wrestlers, AEW, they ain't trying to get AEW over. They aren't trying. They don't even care. They don't even care about professional wrestling. They care about being a professional wrestler making money. And that's two different mindsets.
Yeah.
So if you care about professional wrestling, you know what you're going to do first and foremost? You're going to listen to the veterans. That don't mean you got to do what they say, but it does mean you're going to heed their advice.
I just thought about this, and you just keyed in on it. So they're wanting to be making money in professional wrestling, and it's not about preserving the business. And I understand that. But the problem is, for so many who did work hard and spend their lives preserving and protecting the business, the business didn't protect them.
So what do you do?
I don't know. There are a lot of ways that you could go, but if you keep that in mind when you're watching AEW, and it's like, all right, they're doing a job, and people who are sitting at home getting paid to do nothing. I know it sucks if you really want to be out there wrestling, but as far as, not putting too many hash marks on your bump card, hey, it's probably a benefit.
It is. It is.
There's so many different ways and avenues to look at this thing.
If I was a wrestler, my goal is, look, okay, professional wrestling, I'm going to tell you what it is. And it's scary and it's going to hurt. Professional wrestling is the absolute paragon of capitalism. You got a company. You are the owner. You got the $16,000 ring. You're renting out the $10,000 and $20,000 venues. Okay? Some might be free, but if you have to have the best. And then you've got these people that want to get paid. But who wants to get paid first? You do. You are the one $16,000 in the hole. Maybe $8,000 or $10,000 if you got just a plain blank naked ring. Okay? You are going to get these people. You're going to get about 10 people, 5 matches, 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half. You got to get people to come in the door. You got to advertise. You got to market. You got to get all that done. You got to hit the radio. You got to hit the internet. You got to hit public local areas like libraries, food establishments, and things like that. The word has got to go out. You need to spend money on flyers, and you've got to spend money on studio time if they're going to allow you to make a verbal advertisement. You need this. So what do? When you find these people say, hey, can you come in and work for me? They're probably going to ask for how much. And you're like, I have no idea. Because you're like, this is a startup. This is going to be our first event. And some of them wrestlers might say, I'm not going to do anything for less than, and there's going to be some thousands. And you're like, I'm 16 or 10,000 in the hole as it is. And you want thousands from me. You need people that are fresh, that are new, or they understand the wrestling business, and they say, yeah, I'll come in and we'll see how much we make at the gate. And if this is when they're working with the wrestling business, because they're going to work for you, they're going to put on a show for you, it is in their best interest to advertise your event so they can showcase themselves on your event. So people come in and put butts in the seats. But what do? Now, I'm not saying you as in you directly, you personally, but you get these people in. You get a modest house. It's going to be a gymnasium. You know it. It's going to be a gymnasium. You might get about 1,000, 1,500 people, maybe 2,000 in there. Hopefully, they're paying $15 to $20 a ticket. Hopefully, you can swing that, in that area. And you can at least say, well, at least it's not $1,000 for four seats. And you don't have a product yet. You just want something to get started. This is starting. And then you say, all right, how do I split the money? And you say 1/3 to the wrestlers, 1/3 to pay off the venue and all this other stuff and take down the ring, clean up, and 1/3 to yourself. What you going to do? Put back into your own company, right? That's what's going to happen. And then the wrestlers see how much they're going to make. If anything, they might not come back, or they might say, we are coming back immediately. It all depends on how it looks. And then you've got this part is when it gets bad. If you see how much you are not making and how much you are in the hole for, you might take that 1/3 from the wrestlers and say, some of y'all had to work for free. We didn't make that much. The venue gets theirs. Some people get theirs. The main event people get a little bit of theirs. But the rest, at least y'all came out. Thank you. I've always put in a good word for you, yada, yada, yada. And hopefully, if anything, you use that money to put back into your company. These wrestlers using Tony Khan, that's what they're doing. They're marketing themselves. They're getting paid. They are not. You watch AEW, they're not trying their best because I've seen them work their best in other areas.
And this ain't it.
Not even half. Okay, Cope, Adam Copeland, Edge, Rated R Superstar. He's not even working to his capability. We've seen him work for a couple of decades. This ain't it.
You don't need him to put all that effort in, especially when he's doing
These
garbage stuff with Moxley, man.
Yeah. So it's about perspective. You know, what are these guys doing, and do they deserve your protection? Because at the end of the day, as much as it might hurt, they don't care about you. They don't even know you exist. Which brings me to the other thing that you was talking about how both companies just kind of screw the wrestlers out of things. Yeah, that's what happens. Like, for example, you said Penta is a veteran of lucha. He isn't used to WWE style of wrestling, but to say he was carried is just not fair to him. Okay, see how you're protecting him? You're upset with what we said about him, but the truth is he did get carried. He's not used to the style. He's not used to those ropes. So you got somebody who is very used to all of that carrying him through the match. If you are not used to it, someone has to carry you through it. If you get a new job, they have to show you what to do, how to do it. They want it this way at this amount of time, yada, yada. They carry you through it, and they might show you once, twice, maybe 3 times until you can do it on your own, and then there you go.
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's training. Retraining. Is the ring stiffer, softer? Is it more bouncy or bouncier? Are the ropes cable? Are they just rope? Are they taut, loose? The corners, are they resistant or do they flex a lot, which add more looseness or give to the ropes?
Hey, we're fortunate, that match between Chad and Pentagon, I enjoyed. And yeah, he was showing him the ropes, but you have
LOL.
You have people showing others the ropes all the time, but at least it wasn't abysmal. Remember Evil and Tanahashi when Evil first became Evil in New Japan Pro Wrestling? Evil and Tanahashi had some of the most boring matches in creation, but Tanahashi was showing Evil the ropes.
Yep.
He was back from excursion.
Watanabe was over.
He had his new persona. He had gotten fit and got his hair dyed. He was ready to go. He was talking and doing promos, and he just had to work with him a little bit.
He had to get carried through a lot of matches.
They were some of the, fall asleep level.
Cedar was so mad and so bored. I said, give it time.
And Evil improved.
He's learning. He'll get there.
He improved and got great.
And I'm saying the same thing about Solo, and ain't nobody working with me. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know why you brought him into this.
Because he's training. What's this, his 7th year maybe? Yeah, he should kind of get more.
Thank you. You came to that on your own.
I tried. I cornered myself.
You can't boil water after 7 years. I don't know what to say, man.
Even Akane Tendo learned to boil water. If y'all know what that's from, you get such a hug.
Get an e-cookie.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, look, WWE, as you said, you're like, they've always been petty, but the thought that they would punish him for getting over in TNA is BS. And you know what? That's what happened. Vince McMahon was send people away because I'm tired of you, I'm bored of you, or you're not making the money that you used to, so I'm gonna send you away. They go somewhere, they get over, and they're so over in order to hurt that company because TNA was rising because Christian Cage was putting on great NWA classic style matches. The instant classic, as he called himself. He was not a joke. But he felt like a shark in a small pond.
And he left.
and went back to being, and they told him, Jeff Jarrett told him, Kurt Angle told him, you're going to go back and be a mid-card comedy act. And he went back, he won the belt because that's what you do, and he was reduced to mid-card immediately.
Yep.
And announce his name like you just say Christian. Don't even put stank on it or nothing. Just, he's Christian. And they tried to bury him. And ultimately, he left, and the AEW, Edge left because, one, they weren't going to listen to him, and he had better ideas, and he was tired of, you getting put out the pasture, man. We're never going to let you work back up to being a champion like that. And he was like, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. And you got people that they've seen Cody Rhodes being there. How petty is WWE? Cody couldn't even have his last name of Rhodes. That's, whoo, I know it's not his legit last name, but man, it's like, isn't it obvious? But he was just Cody.
NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Cody.
Whew. That's how petty they are. That's how petty. But Cody knows exactly how it is in the AEW. And what did Cody do after he left? Because, one, he wasn't going to get the NWA style matches that he wanted, which would have really put AEW ahead of WWE. Yeah. If Cody was able to get those matches, AEW would have been ahead. And it wouldn't have taken much. But you've got indie-minded, indie-style people that don't know how to modernize decently. And it's the same thing every time. And Cody, every one of his promos were a cold promo. One-sided, from nothing. And he's got to turn absolutely nothing into something emotional and epic to drive the match that's coming up that he's only had 2 weeks to prepare for. So what's he doing? What's he doing? Poach. Oh, we're going to put you on the sidelines because, okay, poach. We got Ricky Starks. LA Knight, I ain't saying Cody got him, but, he was in NWA with Cody. They had a good match. And LA Knight got released from NWA. He could have easily gone to AEW. Cody was there. He went to WWE instead. And then eventually Cody went there. Because Cody was probably in talks for a while. And who gone? It ain't Pac. What's the other one that looked like Pac? Malachi Black.
Oh, yeah.
He's going back to WWE. Penta, WWE. Ricky Starks, now Ricky Saints, WWE. Poach. That's what Cody's doing. Poach. And look, you love WWE. You criticize them. You're not a hypocrite for going back. You're not a hypocrite for watching them. You don't like what they do to the talent. But you keep watching. You know why do you keep watching? Because you love wrestling. That's why. You love wrestling. I watch AEW from time to time. Most of the time I'm really listening. But, because if I watch it, I'm going to be able to tear it all apart.
Okay.
So I just listen and hope that what they're saying is all right. I know it don't look like what they say, but I just listen. You're not a hypocrite. You just love wrestling. And you're going to go back and you're going to watch it. It's all right to criticize. It's all right to be upset with it. It's okay, man. I know it's a personal thing. It's not about them like that. It's your love of these wrestlers, of these people, of these talents, and they're not being respected in the way that you think they should be. And honestly, by and large, the way you type, the way you talk, I don't think too many people could disagree with you, to be honest with you. So I would say just do you. Just have a different perspective. They're getting a paycheck. They're taking care of themselves and their families. They don't get a chance to see them. It ain't that far from like the Dust Bowl days. You done gone somewhere. You don't get to see your family for months on end, but you send them money. That's about how WWE is. You get to spend time at home and then you heal. That's it. That's how wrestling is. It will take and take and take, but it'll never give back to these people. That's because it's capitalism. If it wasn't about capitalism, these wrestling companies would set up these programs that would always take care of these former talents. Every one of them would be like 3% of every event goes into a pool that helps take care of those who have worked for us, even if it was for a moment. They get hurt. They get ill, like Dutch Mantel had gotten, like Scott Hall was being, and they take care of them instead of, man, that sucks what happened to you. WWE would like to extend our greatest wishes to this former wrestler for our company. We wish this person, all the best and to get better. I'm giving you no money or nothing, but you get well wishes. No. They make way too much money to not be able to put in a pool and have it billed as a separate thing and help these wrestlers. They got enough money to start their own medical places and just say, y'all get hurt, go there. We got the top-notch people that'll work on this. They can do everything, but they do nothing. Capitalism. You take, but you don't give back. You don't get rich by giving money away. You don't get rich by helping people. You get rich by using and using and using. And when that well is dried up and all you can do now is scrape up dirt, you throw them out. That's it. Sorry about your damn luck. It sucks, but that's real life. That's what they go through. Jesse Ventura tried. Hulk Hogan snubbed him out. He stopped it. That's the way that goes. Yeah, you said, Chad, it's best to get rid of that Kurt Angle thing and be who you really are if they allow such a thing. Kevin Owens, the most justified heel turn of all time. Agreed. I don't like how he's being the heel, but he has the most justified heel turn.
Yeah, it's justified. He's just a miserable heel. If you like the sniveling thing, hey.
But he can't be a badass. He can't. He ain't built like. Look at him. I look at Kevin Owens. He does not look like that dude I should be afraid of. So he's got to be the psychological heel. He's got to be sniveling, whining, look weak, and then blast you. It's a strategy.
It's a strategy, and I really wouldn't go so far as to call it psychological, but yeah.
He's the social justice heel.
That's better.
Ah.
That's better.
Genius talking. Genius. Highbrow, I tell you. So, Cody's okay. But we all know that the true American Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes, yep. The only time I like Cody's when he's angry, because when Cody gets mad, it's like he's real.
Yeah, Cody is champion. I said it early on when he got the belt that as champion he wasn't doing it for me. Kind of my mouth shut for a while, but it hasn't changed. It's not like Cody. No. He's got the belt.
Cody doesn't do it for us.
I'm basically just waiting for Roman to take it from him.
Yeah, when Roman heals.
Yeah,
he got his head stomped on.
It's just as a champion, Yeah, he's a baby face and he's playing his position, but it's just
It's what it is.
yeah.
It's just thanks again for the video. I hope I didn't upset you. You didn't. I have always enjoyed listening to you, even when I disagree with you. Thank you, because if we disagree with you, we don't piss us off. We just disagree. You're like, I disagree with you. Kill you in the morning.
That's what I be like, man. I be like, man, I'll just disagree with this. Get out the voodoo doll.
No, we got to put the voodoo all over. That's for somebody else. But you gotta take care of this. We try. I eat oranges almost every day. I gotta slow off because, you know, they ain't lasting. I will run through oranges like it's nothing. So I gotta just, all right, I gotta take 3 days off, maybe 4, maybe a week, and then right before, you know, any money come in, now I'm gonna gobble them up because we're gonna get new oranges. But I'm gonna eat these. It's so good, so good,
so good.
It is. Oranges are awesome. Canned pears, canned fruit. Just get it. Canned mandarin oranges. That's my pleasure. In any case, we're gonna do another one. I think depends on if Cedric can hang in there. But yeah, hopefully we responded because this is a month old. We get this, but yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. Thank you for the response, and for anyone else that got something to say, hey, this is about how we handle it. You know, this person, he's done nothing wrong. You know, anger's not healthy, but if you never get angry, that's actually very unhealthy. You need various emotions throughout the week. If you don't have them, you're not going to regulate your brain and other things about you that keep you healthy. So there's healthy anger, there's unhealthy anger. So long as your anger is directed and just, you are fine. It's all about how you handle it. You know, you pick up a stick and you bat away something trying to attack you, that's fine. But you go after somebody that's just trying to pay a toll, that's the problem. What you paying for? That's my quarter. And you just beat on them.
You don't look crazy running out of the woods with a stick.
Yeah. If you run out the woods, you got to run fast because, you know, concrete pavement in Steel City is far from any woods now. So you got to be real quick.
Yeah.
They don't even see it coming.
Nah, they ain't gonna expect that. Not in no toll booth.
See, you know how far you got to run to get to a toll booth? Yeah, they ain't, Usain Bolt ain't even like that. So, just saying. In any case, this has been Cedric Casita for CRWC commentary on answering viewers. Thank you for the comments and everything. We really do appreciate it. And we want y'all to be cool, be chill, be safe. So we can see you next time.